What is up, YouTube? My name is Marcus, aka Apostle, and I'm about to let you in on a couple things that help make me a better Spellbreak player. But before we do that, if you enjoy Spellbreak or really any battle royales, be sure to click that subscribe button and check out my live stream down in the description below. I stream every day and I'm usually streaming battle royales, so if you're into that sort of thing, be sure to check that out. Anyways, let's get right into it. So in Spellbreak, elements combine to create different spells. For two spells to combine, they don't have to be your own spells. Your abilities can combine with your teammates or even the spells of your enemies. This means that if you're standing in an enemy's AoE spell, you're not going to want to fire any of your Gauntlet's primary attacks, or it'll combo with the spell that you're standing in and do more damage to you instead of the enemy. Your spells can damage anybody on the battlefield. That means that friendly fire is on, so spamming spells in your teammate's direction will usually do more harm than good. Speaking of spam, your spells use mana like ammo, so spamming too quickly will cause you to deplete your mana, leaving you a sitting duck while you recharge. This is one of the worst things you can have happen in this game because you feel like a total idiot when you spam too much, you miss all your shots, and then you're just sitting there taking fireballs to the face. Fortunately, there are certain items and class skills that you can put your skill points into that'll increase your mana pool so you can spam a little bit more freely, but I still wouldn't spam too much. These skill points are pretty scarce to come by and can give you serious advantages. You get them every time you reach the next safe zone or when you collect loot from one of these glowing red orb things. I don't know what they're called, but these things. Looting in Spellbreak can be a real pain in the butt because there's so many items on the ground that it's hard to click the item that you want, and you can end up trading out something you do want for something you don't and not even getting the new item that you wanted in the first place. What I found is the best way to loot, especially while you're looking through a big pile of items, is when you open your inventory menu, on the right side it'll show all the items on the ground around you. This not only allows you to loot more easily, but also shows you the description of the items that you're picking up so you can compare them to what you already have in your inventory. This is really helpful while you're learning all the items in the game, as they're a bit confusing and there's a lot to them, so you can really just read them real quick in your inventory and then swap them out. The items on the right side of the menu are sorted by rarity, with the exception of potions, which will always appear at the top of the menu. The potions in this game work a little bit differently compared to other battle royales, as they apply over time. So when you drink a potion, it's going to take a little bit of time before you get all the health that you need out of that potion. What is nice about this is that the potions stack, so that way you can drink multiple at a time and it'll expand the length of time that you're healing for. You can use this so that you're healing while running or even healing while you're in combat. Each type of potion has a unique consume time, so keep that in mind when you're trying to potion in battle. Small health potions are consumed the fastest, so these are the easiest to pop while in a fight. So it's pretty obvious that the gauntlets are the weapon of choice for the wizards in Spellbreak, but there are a few lesser known uses for the gauntlets in Spellbreak. For instance, if you shoot the primary attack of the wind gauntlet at your feet, it'll launch you into the air, giving you the ability to reach higher places than you would be able to reach with just your double jump. This is really nice for maneuvering around castles, and it makes you a little bit harder to hit when you're in a fight. There are certain gauntlet combinations that'll do more than just increasing the damage and radius of your AoE spells. If someone is standing inside a toxic cloud and you shoot it with an ice bolt, it'll freeze anybody that's inside that cloud. It'll also freeze you if you're the one inside the cloud, so be careful not to shoot your ice gauntlet while you're inside of a toxic cloud. If no one is inside the cloud that you shoot with ice, it just turns into this giant frozen turd type thing that just sits on the battlefield. There's a lot of AoE abilities in this game, and they really all combine well with lightning. Casting a lightning bolt inside the AoE spell will stun anybody inside the spell as well as people standing around the spell. You can use this to stun large groups of enemies, as it has a pretty big radius to it, and people just freak out when they get stunned. They're pretty much useless. When you're picking up a gauntlet, it's pretty obvious that the better the rarity, the more damage that the gauntlet's going to do. The gray gauntlets do the lowest damage, and the gold gauntlets do the highest, with green, blue, and purple in between them. As you're moving up the rarity list, the damage scale gets a little bit less drastic. This means that there's a much bigger damage increase between a gray and a green than switching out a purple for a gold. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your next gauntlet. That's all the tips I have for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out my Twitch channel because I do stream every day. It's one of my favorite things to do, and the more people in there, the more fun it is. So be sure to check that out. Anyways, I hope you found this helpful. This has been Marcus, aka Apostle, and thanks for watching.